Welcome back, friends. When last we left off, I was driving around like an idiot, and I promised we'd listen to the radio.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening
What's up,
to
Pat?
KBFFM.
He's the old guy that I saw on the ferry.
I apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained.
What?
See, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just
He's talking about the FBI.
Because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son.
Oh,
I hope you
man.
know what you're doing. Now,
He's on my
on a
side.
lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Oh, man. Alright, where the hell is the mine? Something would lead me to believe that it's in this direction. And that something would happen to be the yellow dot on my minimap. Just a heads up, in previous episodes, I didn't realize that existed. And that's why I did a lot of wandering, you know? And sometimes I'm probably still going to wander because I completely forgot about it until just now. So I'm backtracking, trying to get to the coal mine. And I'm never going to climb great. Dude, unsubscribed. Don't unsubscribe, dude. It's going to be great. You can't wait. Ho ho. You know? Crap. I'll sing a song. You know, that'll redeem me. What song should I sing? The Ramblin' Rover. Okay. I don't know if I can remember all the words. Pfft. Crap. Alright. Me. Oh, there's sober men aplenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men of over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a ramblin' rover, fae Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. There's many who feign enjoyment at merciless employment. Their ambition was this deployment from the minute they left the school. And they save and scrape and squander while the rest go out and squander. See the world and roam and wander, and they're happier as a rule. Oh, there's sober men aplenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men of over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a ramblin' rover, fae Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. I forgot the next verse. What is it, man? Hang on, let me think. Oh, I've roamed through all the nation, taken delight in all creation, and I've had a wee sensation where the company it was kind, when parting was no pleasure. I've drunk another measure to the good friends that I treasure, for they always are in my mind. Oh, the sober men aplenty, and drunkards barely 20. There are men of over 90 that have never yet kissed a girl. But give me a ramblin' rover, fae Orkney down to Dover. We will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. Alright, what's the next verse? Something to do with a man of action and lying there in traction. Crap. You know what? That's probably the end of the song. I can't remember the rest. Okay, you know, in other news, it looks like, you know, we're pretty much where we need to go. And if I remember the last verse, I will totally sing it, because it's the best verse. Here we go.
Welcome back to KBF.
Thanks.
Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special
That's a map.
someone,
You should take that.
soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Ah.
To me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's that one special person out there for you, and if you miss that chance, it's gone forever, and you're forever incomplete. I mean, isn't that depressing? Or, heck, childish even?
A little bit.
There's plenty of fish in the sea.
And apparently a fisherman has a fishing analogy for everything, but what you're saying, isn't that a little harsh?
Well, no. What I am saying is that your potential for finding that connection isn't limited to what's essentially a chance encounter.
Exactly.
How is that harsh?
Yeah,
It's not.
Well, I guess that's a nice thought, but let me say something personal here.
Okay.
Now, well, I don't disagree with you exactly, but I can't really fit that together with what I feel, what I felt for someone, because she was the one. She was. And she...
Oh, no.
I let her drift away from me. Maybe I didn't put in the work, I don't know, but, well, since then, and it was a long time ago, but since then, there hasn't been anyone, not like her. And I'm not saying I dwell on her or haven't moved on. I like my life. I'm not living in the past.
Crap,
But I
that
do
would
miss the way
suck.
she completed me.
You can't argue with the heart, Pat.
I'm sorry, folks. I had kind of a scary experience last night, and let's just say it's shaken a few things loose.
What if he's Grandpa Alan Wake? What if he's me? Like when I owned. Oh man, dude, it totally is. This is like totally David Lynch. I am piecing the pieces together. No, I'm not. That's stupid, man. Okay, can I get to the coal mine yet? Because I totally, you know, completely drove past everything that I ever needed to go to. How did you let me do that? I can't believe I'm so bad at this. And you know what? I just remembered the last verse. Well, if you're bent with arthritis, your bowels have got colitis, you've galloping bronchitis, and you're thinking it's time you died, you may gain some satisfaction if you're lying there in traction. You know what? I just messed up. That's not the way it goes. Good enough. Crap. Let me sing it in my head real quick. No. It escapes me. It escapes the mind. How the hell did I get so far away from where I needed to go? Really? That truck was like a trap? To lead me in the wrong direction? That's not what it was. I suck at this game.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Nah. The coal mine was a museum. It transformed. Yes. F5. Why not?
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Ah! Dude, there's an alcoholic after me. Alcoholics are always up to no good. Oh, what's this? In 1970, a volcanic eruption below Cauldron Lake, while relatively minor, caused most of the deep mining tunnels to collapse or flood. 32 miners lost their lives in the calamity, and all mining around Bright Falls came to a final stop. Now, many of the remaining buildings are predicted to eruption again. Just a heads up. The more you know. Bum, bum.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The
So
bastard
dramatic.
never showed up.
Because he's in your head, man. You're schizo. That's what that means, right? Phone, man. Phone.
Wait.
Where the hell are you?
Change of plan. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are.
I'll
You
find
follow
it.
the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there.
Eventually.
I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I say what I want.
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
Dude,
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
he's losing his mind. Is it just me? Okay, you know what? Let's get out of here. Probably for the best.
It
Unless
was
it's...
close. Maybe closer than ever before.
Oh my god. Leave the building. I tried. It didn't work. What's blocking the door? That's... Oh my god. How does that make any sense? Alright. I think... Like, look. If something can go and break that, and then break that chain, that would be ideal, right? So there's gotta be some way. Some way, somehow. Alright, man. You know what? Just jump over this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, man. You need to keep one thing in mind when you're playing this game, Nathan. And that's the acronym KISS. You know what that stands for? Keep it simple, stupid. You overthink things all the time. Always looking for secrets. Always, you know, just keep it simple. That's all I'm trying to say. And use your batteries. 20 batteries. You haven't needed to refill your batteries for like 3 episodes. Okay. Oh, hey. Shotgun ammunition? Nice. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Ah! The door opens up and it's like, careful. Look at that shiny stuff out there. How do I get to that? Oh wait, is that electricity? Dude, something is wrong with the electricity. The electrical wires are like sparking. You probably want to stay away from those. Just a heads up. Found a manuscript page. Hidden in plain sight. Something bad is happening. I can feel it. Oh my god, the trains are gonna get me. F5, quick dude. F5.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Oh no. It's just like what Rose has been saying. She wants to be Alan Wake's muse. That means like a girl that helps a guy write. Right? Alright friends, I'm going to go ahead and pause it here. Subscription buttons in the top middle, next episode's in the top right. Hope to see you there because I have a feeling we're going to fight Thomas the Choo Choo Train. Until then, ho Hold on my beer. Watch this!